Here we are, Versailles. I feel a new flame burning inside me. A force that compels me to make my way into the heart of the palace. Athenais. General de Lafayette told me to go this way to enter the gardens. But how did he manage to make it out alive?
You've come back to us.
My child. My sweet child.
It's all right, my queen. He's stopped shouting. The doctors are with him.
When will they let me hold him?
Don't worry. I'm sure that...
Oh, look! He's moving! My son! Oh, my son! Grâce à Dieu! We've done it!
He's alive, Gabrielle! Yes, my queen, he has been saved! Praise be to the good Dr. Lemonnier!
Grand Dieu!
What's going on, Gabrielle?
Here! Stand back, Your Majesty! Silence, everyone! Louis Joseph! Hear my voice!
My child!
Seigneur! Monsieur Carrère! Oh, mon Dieu! What on earth? Your Majesty, we must retreat! Leave Monsieur! Go!
Oh, my queen!
Bonjour! Hurry up and close that door!
De Grasse, let me see him!
No, madame, it is over.
You must go to Versailles.
No, my son! My darling angel!
Our plan is foolproof. Monsieur Cléry will be waiting for you at Gros Caillou at the appointed time. But I warn you, do not be late.
Don't worry, monsieur. I will not fail you.
Very well. As for the rest, everything is explained in this letter. Mesdames, the die is cast. In a week, God willing, you will be in Vienna, and the children under the Emperor's protection.
Quiet, someone is coming. Monsieur, you must leave.
Your Grace. Monsieur, to what do we owe this honor?
Mesdames, we are in grave danger. In Paris, the people are up in arms. I've been informed that the rebels are marching on the palace.
What do you mean?
There is no need to be alarmed. You are to be taken to Saint-Cloud and placed under competent protection. Have your people prepare your things. You will leave Versailles in an hour.
Good heavens, my queen. How will I get to the children? Oh, mon Dieu. All is lost.
Bon sang, Aegis! Here you are at last. You've come at just the right time. Madame, go and find the children. We must get going.
No, no. We can't. I can't.
The children here? At the Petit Trianon?
Yes, they are upstairs in the Queen's room.
General, you and I both know what is coming. You must take them to safety post-haste.
No, I will not leave without Gabrielle.
Madame de Polignac, what happened to her?
Something strange is going on here. The automats will not come within 100 paces.
The King's orders, no doubt. He wants to protect his family from his own automats.
Sadly, Gabrielle got it into her head to explore the area to gauge the size of the enemy forces. The fool. She left so heedlessly that she was captured before our eyes, and we couldn't do anything to help her.
Where did the automats take her?
They went towards the palace.
Run and get the children. They must not remain at Versailles any longer.
Have no fear, Madame. I will take you to a place where all three of you will be safe.
I will help Madame de Polignac.
Dieu te vienne en aide. You are her only hope.
Don't delay, Aegis. Our companions are ready to take the palace as soon as you have destroyed its protectors. I will join you when I have fulfilled my commitment to Her Majesty. key.
I gave it to you earlier.
Please, it's no matter. Once again, we were treated to a charming show.
Oh, it was much more than that, Monsieur de Vaucanson. This automat is a masterpiece. A mechanical marvel. It could do much more than dance, ne croyez-vous pas? States General brandish the threat of rebellion. There is plotting afoot. They are stirring up the populace. Worse, they are making pacts. A number of representatives of the nobility and the clergy have taken up the cause of the Third Estate. As for my army, there is not a man among them I can trust. That is why I have made new arrangements for you. From now on, the Swiss Guard will no longer be protecting you.
Then who will, my love?
Take a look for yourself. Be assured you are in sturdier hands.
Whatever do you mean?
Isn't that Lucia? Monsieur Vaucanson's dancing doll?
Appearances can be deceiving, mesdames. The Count has made extraordinary improvements to this automat.
Aegis, this is Her Majesty the Queen. You are now to serve her. Make sure no harm comes to her and obey the orders she will give you.
Madame, I am at your service.
Patrouille. He can speak. This makes no sense. This is sorcery.
Make no mistake, mesdames, it is science, which we owe to the work of the Count. And which will soon be made known to the entire world.
Someone is expecting me. I can feel it. I must prepare for the worst.
You struggle in vain, dancer! You're not long for this world!
Oh, see how the Aegis turns against its master.
You are not my master, tyrant. You never were.
I am quite happy to concede this point, but what about the Count? Have you forgotten that he gave you life and whispered the order that animates you? Look how he runs, the coward! Do you understand what he has in mind? La pauvre enfant, sleeping so sweetly, she won't be dreaming for long now!
Croissant! Athenais! Don't move!
The time has come to set you free, Aegis. This whore's soul has poisoned your cogs for too long. Adieu, sad puppet.
No!
Bonté Divine, I don't want to die.
Athenais. The sun is rising, and you have slept for far too long. The beauty of this world longs for you, just as you long for its light. For you are like the flowers that open in the morning. I know you, mon ami. We loved each other. Vous en souvient-il? You gave me your heart. So please, let me give you mine today. Vivez heureuse, Athenais. For it is happily that I leave this world.
This way, monsieur.
Monsieur, we have the king. It is now up to us to wield his scepter. In this trying time, crucial decisions must be made without delay.
First and foremost, we must take back Paris.
And how do we do that, mon Dieu? There are automats everywhere, and they are constantly regenerated by their crimes.
We have the king. Cagliostro has fled, but he is leaving a trail of blood. I doubt he will survive his injuries. As a result, the automats are left to their own devices, with no one to give them orders and no reinforcements. And since I'm sure the Parisians will no longer venture out into the streets, the machines will soon have no more souls to harvest. Sooner or later, they will no longer be able to move and, par la grâce de Dieu, will become inanimate objects again. It's a matter of days, weeks at most.
Mais ensuite, once peace has been restored, what of the kingdom?
This is indeed a crucial issue. Leaving the nation without a government would expose it to the greatest danger.
Worse, it would condemn it to civil war.
Eh bien quoi, monsieur? Can you not govern together?
Unfortunately, the disagreements that divide our assembly run far too deep. That which we can agree is that we have been given a chance to choose the person who shall succeed the tyrant.
I have earned the honor of leading this old nation 100 times over.
Allons, you can't be serious. Do you think we're ready to forgive your disloyal plotting so easily?
I do not forget what I'm accused of, Monsieur de Robespierre, but you must consider my achievements.
We are listening, Monsieur le Marquis.
To begin with, I rescued the Dauphin from his father's clutches and ensured the dynasty's stability. The child will reign as Henri V. We will appoint someone with great wisdom to act as regent until he comes of age.
Fie. The people do not need a crowned puppet.
Yes, they do. Now more than ever before. Once the Assembly has adopted a constitution, the people will welcome a sovereign who will protect it.
A king and a constitution, like oil and water.
Go on, Monsieur le Marquis.
Monsieur, I rest my case.
That is quite the crown of laurels you've woven for yourself, Monsieur le Marquis. But your proven duplicity makes you forever unworthy of holding power.
Then be satisfied, monsieur, for I forswear it.
Excellent.
Cependant, there is one member of this assembly who remains loyal to both the monarchy and to the nation, and whose reputation has not been tarnished. If he agrees to become regent, I pledge to dedicate myself to his service. What do you say, Monsieur de Mirabeau?
Oh, this is unexpected. It would be an honor, of course, but I wasn't prepared for this.
Allons, allons. Do you really think anyone will believe that?
Very well, Monsieur. Now we must decide. Who among you approves the motion of the Marquis de Lafayette? The court bows before the Comte de Mirabeau, Regent du Royaume de France.
Louis de Bourbon, former King of France, in the name of King Henri, fifth of his name, in light of the innumerable crimes of which you have been found guilty, this extraordinary royal court sentences you to the ultimate atonement. The sentence will be carried out on the hour. In its great mercy, the court will now hear your last words.
My loyal subjects, since you must lead a lamb to the altar, since you must offer a sacrifice to this new France that you intend to found, I will be that sacrifice. How dreadful this world is, where beauty is doomed to fade and flesh decays. I found no consolation in this world. I vainly thought I was giving our souls the gift of immortality beyond our mortal bodies. The Grim Reaper was my sworn enemy. Influenced by the most awful of men, I believed that the genius of machinery could overcome death itself. Alas, I have lost this fight, and am branded with the mark of murderer. Life, even more than the crown, was heavy for me to bear. I have suffered too long under the thumb of nature, which I despised. As a child, I saw my older brother die. I lost my father in the prime of his life, and then my mother, who was even younger. My beloved daughter did not live a year. As for my son, the first of my heirs, I unknowingly gave him to drink from a poisoned cup. I mourn the death of these poor souls daily. My death will not unite us, of this I am certain. For I, in my misery, have lost the support of my faith. Sir Executioner, lay me down on this board, Vatu. I will sleep now. Sleep at last, and not to dream.
Okay, final thoughts on this one. SteelRising definitely deserves a 7.5 out of 10. Now, don't get me wrong, this is one of the fun Souls clones because it actually did something else. And unlike Lies of P, it's actually a Bloodborne clone. But there are some issues, mainly FromSoft aspects that the devs actually copied. I brought up side quests early on, and it is a pain to do them. Specifically, it's a pain to get to them because the game has no minimap. In my first video, I was happy about there being a map, but that's the overworld map, showing all the areas, not a minimap of each area that you're in. And the waypoint system doesn't change how much of a pain it is to get to these side quests. All the waypoint system does is show you the distance, not where to go, or if you even opened up a shortcut and go that route, leading to a lot of backtracking. That's one big thing FromSoft always does with those NPC quests. You'll be doing a lot of backtracking in previous areas, and that especially ruined me going after all these echoes. Near the end of the game, some of these echoes start becoming a pain to find, so I had to just look them up and find out where they are because I skipped them. On one area I skipped 2 of them, and in this final area, geez, these guides don't help. And the worst bit was not finding that 7th echo for that other character. The one that you saw, your main character, basically the Bloodborne dog, woke up because her soul was why she was rolling around. Human souls were the power source for all these machines. Her echoes were scattered throughout the game, not just in a specific area. And when I looked up her echolocations, the one I skipped was from an earlier area. That never would have happened if there wasn't so much freaking backtracking and if there was a minimap. And by the way, after beating the game, I can't reload the save and go back. That's it. That save is just stuck at that final cutscene. So after that, you use that save for New Game Plus. So anyway, another issue is the combat. The devs, they tried to copy Bloodborne. They did a decent job, but like I said, the combat isn't smooth as Bloodborne is. Which is why dodging attacks are very specific. You can't just dodge once, go back in and attack like in Bloodborne. And lastly, the other issue is the graphics. This game came out last year, 2022. The devs have experience. And this game doesn't have last-gen ports. Just PC, PS5, Series X, and the Series S. It's fair to expect games to look next-gen by now. I mean, come on, I bought a PS5 game. It's fair to expect PS5 level graphics. Not something that looks like FromSoft's first attempt at characters' mouths moving when they talk. If Bloodborne had that back in 2015. At least there's still a fun game here. And that assist mode is the best. I'll take that over difficulty selections. No joke. And the character you saved, I'm guessing her skin color depends on the skin color you picked for the character. That's a little cool. It'd be cooler if the game had modern graphics. I almost forgot 2 things. One, there is no need to copy FromSoft's ridiculousness of a single level costing so much XP in no time. No need to copy that. And 2, this other issue is a pet peeve of mine in tons of RPGs, by the way, not just this one. Just let the stats do the work on how much damage you can deal. Not clothed stats, or in this game's case, modules. The only factor to bigger damage, more health, more stamina, etc. should just be the stats from leveling up. That's it.